that sucks.
No, it doesn't. You gotta go on to Do Not Disturb to fix that.
You start it again? Yeah. So we missed most of it. Like all the cool stuff he was telling us on the strings.
It is definitely hard to it's weird with your fingers of where they're supposed to feel. It just feels awkward.
Yes, there's sort of like there's that, and it almost seems like it's physically not possible what he's asking you to do. Like,
just
really? Cram all of these on the second fret? They're supposed to be arched.
I did like the thumb.
What?
Putting the thumb back here, even though I keep putting it up back here. So.
Well, he says eventually you will put it back up here because you want to. It sounds so nice, though, doesn't it?
I love acoustic guitars over. You can sort of play them whenever.
Well, I say we practice on the jam stick tonight a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to practice? You don't need to practice. I do. You don't.
I do. I lost everything already.
But I think there's a trick when he says A major. That really, there is some trick to reason. It's called A.
Flashcards with little dots on the strings and frets and that is. I mean, that's what you should really be looking for. That jam stick is the ability to have it tell you to do a chord, and then it will tell you if you're right or wrong.
Okie dokie. So, these are for you guys.
Thank you.
So let's figure out how to read this, right? So this is your low string, this is your high string, right?
Low and high, not reverse.
No, low, high.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right?
So it's reverse.
It's pitch, yeah, low,
okay.
high.
Okay.
Because the lowest pitch is the highest pitch.
So, low, high.
Yeah. And then if there's a black circle, that's where you put your finger, and then number tells you what finger to use. So and the way we count it is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Thumb doesn't have to get a number. It's stupid, vestigial. And it's not vestigial. Take that back.
And how far did we get? We got to here, right?
Well,
we got the first three.
We got more than the first three. We got G, C, D, E, E minor, A, and A minor. So we're almost done. We almost got everything. We're only missing F. We're only missing these Fs and this D. Okay?
And that what has to be wrote memory,
yes.
Right?
This needs to be able to be you can do this in your sleep.
Okay.
Right? This is the most basic. But once you know all these, you can pretty much pick up and play most songs out there. If you have a capo, I mean, you can do almost anything.
What's a capo?
Capo is that little thing you clip on your strings to change the key.
All right. By the way, we have a jam stick with us.
Sweet.
Not here, but where we're staying.
That's a little MIDI controller thing, right?
Yeah, but with guitar strings, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, the new one then.
It's only like six of these things, and then you can press a button to bring it down or take it up.
That's pretty cool. Does it have built-in sounds on that one?
Yes, I can bring it in tomorrow if you
I'd
want
love to see it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's cool. Because I remember when they came out with the original jam stick and it was terrible. This one's supposed to be pretty good.
This is brand new.
Yeah.
We bought it because we took the train down. It's 11.5-hour train ride. We decided we'd practice on the train.
Cool.
Which we didn't do. But
Where do you guys come from?
Boston.
Boston. Okay. Cool.
We have a friend that lives right around here. So.
How was the train ride? Was it good?
Yeah, although we rented a room.
Sick. Tight.
It was an extra $100, but that was.
That's like a no-brainer then. I would do the same thing.
It's good. It was the last you do 90% of the train ride distance-wise, and you're in Virginia in Richmond.
Yeah, makes
whatever,
sense.
and then all of a sudden it takes.
And then it takes another 5 hours just to do that last part.
Oh yeah, because I imagine once you get into North Carolina, it starts to get a little more circuitous. We're not known for our public transport down in the south here. Okay, any questions so far?
Probably 1,000, but that's all right.
I mean, at this point, honestly, like there's really not a whole lot to question. It's just do it. If it sounds wrong, it's probably wrong, and that's about it, really. You're just gonna. What the best thing you can do is take these chords, like so. For instance, like E major and A major. Just go back and forth between the two, right? And a little piece of advice. Don't go looking for patterns in the wrong places. So like earlier you were talking about like, well, I can see the relationship between this chord and this chord, right? But like that relationship between those two chords is the fact that these two chords look similar is like kind of
Throws you off.
an accident. It's not like it doesn't really mean anything as of right now. The patterns are in like the math, and so just don't worry about any of that.
Okay.
Just think about these as each individual like little exercises that you have to do.
And why did you start us in a okay, so why is this called E major?
See, that's the thing, you don't need to worry about that. Don't even think about that kind of stuff. That's the biggest downfall.
There's no rhyme or reason.
Well, no, there is a reason why that's called an E major chord, but it's fucking meaningless at this point. It doesn't mean anything. Like, but that's the kind of thing you need to not think about right now. Like, don't ask why just yet. That should come later.
Okay.
And I understand like a lot of people like, I'm the same way. Like where I want to know why I'm doing the thing I'm doing, like and how it makes sense. But we are missing so much information that explains why that's an E major, right? There's a ton of theory to get involved with that makes that an E major chord and not anything else. And then like, but that at this point, that is, like I said, meaningless. Just get these shapes down.
Okay, so we started on G major, right? And then we went to F.
No, we did not do F.
So we went to C. Can we do the order? Can we use a pen and just mark
it all up?
mark up what the order you taught us?
I mean, and it doesn't really matter like what order you do them in. That's just kind of. I like to start with G and C because they are
But
easy to.
it'll connect me to what I sort of done, right? Boom, boom. I mean, you just hear Neil Young and
Yeah.
America. Thank you. So, as we went through this.
You could do like literally every Neil Young song with this. With these chords.
So which one did we do
We
first?
started with G.
Yep.
Then we went to C.
Yep.
And then we did D.
D major.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pentatonic scale we can just
Don't
look
even
up
worry
on the
about that,
internet.
And I've got sheets for that too, but we'll get into that tomorrow. And then we did E major.
Oh, sorry. That was 4.
Uh-huh.
E major, yep.
And then E minor. So directly above it. And then A minor. And A major. And then we didn't do D minor, but that's okay. I don't want to do that yet. We didn't do F or F minor.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Do we have any questions? Because other than that, that's pretty much the basics.
How do you know when to start with the G?
It'll tell you on here. Look, so if there's an open white circle, that means that you play the string open. And if the string doesn't have a circle on it at all, you don't play it.
Oh, so the fact that this is basically saying go from here to here.
Yes.
And this is saying go all the way.
Uh-huh.
And that's from here.
That's where you start. Yeah. But that's correct. But you can start on the A string on that one. It doesn't matter.
What the hell?
But for now, just listen to that.
And then this one is why there are no.
There's no open strings on that. That's why we didn't do it today.
Okay. And then those are open, but do the whole thing.
Yes.
I'm confused. Okay.
If a string has a circle on it, you play it. If it doesn't have a circle on it, don't play it.
So like in this one, you don't play this first string. You start on the second one.
But then what's that? That's just because it's open.
Yeah.
You don't have a finger,
All right.
but you still
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Enough that I can figure it out.
Okay. Cool. All right, we're done. We're done
Okay.
today.
Thanks.
And we want to do tomorrow at 10 o'clock?
If that works for you,
I can make that happen.
is there a better time?
Nope, I can make that happen. That is totally doable.